definitely. Turn around.
Das ist der 44-jährige Eugene Gligor. Er war auf dem Heimweg, nachdem er einen ganz normalen Arbeitstag hinter sich hatte. Doch er hatte keine Ahnung, dass sich sein Leben gleich komplett verändern würde. Was er nicht wusste: Eine Cold-Case-Einheit hatte monatelang im Hintergrund an einem Fall gegen ihn gearbeitet und ihn mit einem brutalen Mord in Verbindung gebracht, der über 2 Jahrzehnte lang ungelöst geblieben war. Und heute Nacht waren sie endlich bereit zuzuschlagen.
I didn't do anything that you're talking about.
There's no tears coming out of your face.
Im Jahr 2001 wurde die 50-jährige Leslie Pryor tot in ihrem eigenen Badezimmer aufgefunden. Ein Tatort, der mehr Fragen aufwarf als Antworten lieferte. Es gab keine zurückgelassene Tatwaffe, keine Zeugen, die die letzten Momente rekonstruieren konnten. Und nicht eine einzige brauchbare Spur, der man folgen konnte. Als die Ermittlungen ins Leere liefen, blieb den Beamten kaum eine andere Wahl, als nach innen zu schauen. Sie konzentrierten sich auf die Menschen, die sie am besten kannten, und suchten nach allem, was irgendwie nicht zusammenpasste.
I'm not going to go any further. I did not do this.
If he committed this murder at some point, I could not relate, but I could understand how he got pushed to that point.
Aus Tagen wurden Wochen und aus Wochen wurden Jahre. Doch der Fall gab seine Geheimnisse einfach nicht preis. Aber irgendwo auf diesem langen Weg begannen die Ermittler, eine beunruhigende Wahrheit zusammenzusetzen. Wer auch immer dafür verantwortlich war, hatte es geschafft, komplett unter dem Radar zu bleiben. Jemand, an den niemand je gedacht hatte. Dann springen wir zurück zu 11:47 Uhr, dem 2. Mai 2001. In den ruhigen, wohlhabenden Straßen von Maryland geht ein Notruf ein, einer, der ein Rätsel auslösen würde, das über 20 Jahre lang bestehen bleiben sollte.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm at 4824 Drummond, Chevy Chase.
Mm-hmm.
I work for a company, and we didn't have a call from an employee. We just walked in the door, our husband and I, and there's blood in the foyer, and it looks like something possibly happened.
Okay.
Die Stimme, die ihr gerade gehört habt, gehört Leslie Pryor. Am Morgen des 2. Mai fühlte sich sofort etwas falsch an. Leslie, die für ihre Pünktlichkeit bekannt war, immer rechtzeitig zu ihrer Schicht um 10 Uhr als Verwaltungsassistentin, erschien nicht zur Arbeit. Besorgt kontaktierte Brad Leslies Ehemann, Sandy. Diese Sorge verwandelte sich schnell in Dringlichkeit. Sandy eilte nach Hause, wo Brad bereits wartete. Doch in dem Moment, als sie das Haus betraten, wussten sie, dass hier etwas ganz und gar nicht stimmte. Blut, verschmiert an den Wänden im Eingangsbereich, Tropfen auf den Treppen, Schlieren entlang der Fußleisten. Panik setzte ein. Sandy rannte durch das Haus, von Raum zu Raum, rief nach Leslie. Als sie nirgends zu finden war, lief er nach draußen, sprach mit Nachbarn, rief nahegelegene Krankenhäuser an, klammerte sich an die Hoffnung, dass sie vielleicht verletzt war, vielleicht gestürzt. Doch die Wahrheit war weitaus verstörender. Als die Polizei eintraf, stellten sie Sandy eine einfache Frage. Hatte er überall nachgesehen? Er sagte ja. Überall, außer im Hauptbadezimmer. Dieses eine Detail fiel den Ermittlern sofort auf. Momente später betraten die Beamten das Badezimmer und fanden Leslie zusammengesunken in der Dusche. Ihr Körper wies mehrere Verletzungen durch stumpfe Gewalt auf. Was Sandy für einen Unfall hielt, war in Wirklichkeit etwas weitaus gezielteres.
And then the cops showed up. We went back outside, and the cops showed up, and we told them at that point. Well, we didn't say much actually. I don't remember. We just said can't find her. So they went in, and as I'm outside, Sandy goes, "Oh, the only thing I did." I said, "Sandy, did you check everywhere?" And he says, "Oh, Brett, I didn't check the bathroom." I said, "All right, well, whatever." And about 5 minutes later, the officer comes out, and his face just said everything. He walked up to Sandy and said, "Your wife is dead," and that's about it.
Okay. When he went upstairs, how long was he upstairs?
Very quick.
Quicker than basement? Or about the same amount
About
of
the
time?
same amount of time. I mean, he was calling her name. It was a very quick 2-minute cursory. Leslie ran out downstairs, ran upstairs.
Okay. Were you with him throughout like his search on
No.
the first floor? How about the first floor?
Well, the first floor, yeah. And I forgot to mention one thing. We did go to the back door, the kitchen back door. I forgot about that. And there was blood on the kitchen door also.
Als die Beamten nach unten gingen, um Sandy die Nachricht zu überbringen, war seine Reaktion genau das, was man erwarten würde. Schock, Verzweiflung, ein Mann, der scheinbar völlig am Boden zerstört war. Doch für die Ermittler, die ihn genau beobachteten, fühlte sich etwas nicht richtig an. Sie sahen nicht nur einen trauernden Ehemann. Sie sahen jemanden, der möglicherweise ein Motiv hatte. Allerdings änderte sich der Ton sehr schnell. Sandy wurde nicht mehr nur informiert. Er wurde verhört, zu seinen Bewegungen befragt, zu seinem Zeitablauf, zu seiner möglichen Beteiligung. Und je länger die Stunden vergingen, desto klarer wurde das Gewicht dieses Verdachts. Nach fast 2 Stunden intensiver Befragung brach Sandy das Gespräch ab und verlangte einen Anwalt. Leider ist ein Großteil dieses ersten Interviews nicht vollständig erhalten geblieben, verloren gegangen durch die Zeit und schlechte Archivierung. Doch ein paar Wochen später erklärte sich Sandy bereit, sich erneut mit den Ermittlern zusammenzusetzen. Und dieses Mal zeichnet das Gespräch ein deutlich klareres Bild davon, warum er überhaupt einen Anwalt eingeschaltet hat.
You guys, I don't mean to show any disrespect, but I've been cooperating with you since day one, and I think I've answered enough questions.
Just about the answer machine? I don't understand.
My attorney said not to answer any more questions. And again, I don't mean to show any disrespect to you guys at all.
Who is your attorney?
Howard Schindler.
I'm not familiar with him. Where is he? Do you know his office?
He's in Fort Washington.
Okay, so in PG County.
Well, we wanted to, some of the information that we came back with as a result of the investigation has now come in. And we wanted to talk with you about that. So I guess it's in your ballpark if you want to discuss it with us.
Based on what my attorney says, I don't think so.
Okay.
And again, I don't mean to show any disrespect to you guys at all.
Okay. Jim, do you have anything?
Yeah, I got a problem. When's it gonna end, Sam?
I'm sorry?
When's it gonna end?
Again, Detective Drury, I'm not answering any more questions. Based on what my attorney said.
Well, I can't tell you what to do, Sandy, okay? I can suggest some things, though. You gotta live with yourself.
Sure as heck have to.
And sometimes folks, even if they're attorneys, can't tell you how to live with yourself.
I can live with myself.
I can't tell you how to do the right thing. Can't tell you how to put closure to some things. And to allow other people maybe to get closure. Specifically more. Like I said before, we all do things that we sometimes regret. Doesn't make you a bad person. Just means that sometimes you just lost it for that minute. And I'm not trying to sit here and judgment, neither is Mike. But there's some things that you got to try to do to set things straight, especially for other folks, because we all know what happened. And I think it'd be a travesty for Lauren for her to go through the rest of her dog all night trying to figure out just what the hell happened.
It's bad enough for her to deal with the grief of the loss of her mother. But I think also she's a forgiving person.
I would love to respond to these questions.
Well, you can.
But my attorney said not to.
But it happened. And it happened, you can't walk away from it. And you can't walk away from it.
You should walk away from it.
You won't, trust me.
Okay. And I'll just tell you one thing, you've got the wrong guy.
Zu diesem Zeitpunkt zogen die Ermittler Sandy nicht mehr nur als Möglichkeit in Betracht. Sie waren überzeugt, dass er beteiligt war. Er hatte bereits einen Polygraphentest gemacht und als die Ergebnisse zurückkamen, verstärkten sie den Verdacht gegen ihn nur noch weiter. Während der Druck zunahm und sich Gerüchte verbreiteten, begann die Situation zu Hause auf ihre eigene Weise zu zerbrechen. Lauren, die Tochter der Prayers, steckte mittendrin. Sie trauerte um den Verlust ihrer Mutter und sah sich gleichzeitig mit der sehr realen Möglichkeit konfrontiert, dass ihr eigener Vater dafür verantwortlich sein könnte.
I examined your wife's body. All those years of examining body after body after body. All those deaths teach me. When I look at someone dead, I can get a pretty good feel right off the bat when they die, because the body goes through irrefutable physiological changes that you don't know about, because unless you're a pathologist or unless you've got 20 years of homicide experience, none of which you have, this information is going to come forth. I've got it right here. It's time to step up and say, okay. If we were trying to, we'd be fools to try to trick you. Because you're not stupid, and we understand that. But we're not stupid either, and don't insult our intelligence either. I know you don't mean to. But it's frustrating for us when all this evidence points to one person. And it's not a serial killer out there wandering the neighborhoods waiting to prey on people. Good to respond to that. Things like rider voice, things like liver voice, things like stomach contents, digestion. All those things tell us things. And they've told us things, like this case, irrefutable things. If she's killed in the morning, why aren't there bloody dog prints all over the place? The dog was free to roam the house. Dogs are inevitably, by their very nature, because regardless of being domestic, they are still animals. They are attracted to blood. They go over, they lick it, they sniff it. The dog wasn't on the crime scene because there's no dog prints. Remember the O.J. Simpson case? They found the two people. The dog had tracked in and out of the walkway, sniffing blood from Nicole Simpson. No dog prints. Dog was put somewhere else during the cleanup. How do you explain that to a group of people unbiased and that respond to common sense? How do you respond and convince people that blood dries in less than a couple hours to the point where paper is stuck to it, adhered to it?
Zu diesem Zeitpunkt wurde der Fall gegen Sandy nicht auf solider Wissenschaft aufgebaut, sondern eher durch Interpretationen geformt. Einer der ersten Beamten vor Ort war der Meinung, dass Leslie, basierend auf dem Zustand ihres Körpers, gestorben sein musste, während Sandy noch zu Hause war und nicht erst nachdem er gegangen war. Doch diese Schlussfolgerung beruhte eher auf Annahmen als auf forensischer Gewissheit. Totenstarre ist keine exakte Uhr. Sie kann stark variieren, abhängig von Temperatur, Luftfeuchtigkeit und sogar vom körperlichen Zustand einer Person. Mit anderen Worten, es gab keine verlässliche wissenschaftliche Methode, um zu beweisen, dass Leslie genau in diesem Zeitfenster gestorben war. Trotzdem ließ der Druck nicht nach. Fast 1,5 Stunden lang setzten die Ermittler ihn weiter unter Druck und hielten an einer Zeitlinie fest, die sie nicht eindeutig belegen konnten. Irgendwann erreichte Sandy seine Grenze und traf eine Entscheidung. Er rief seinen Anwalt an und bat ihn zu kommen und sich neben ihn zu setzen, bevor er noch irgendetwas sagte.
Am I being detained?
No.
No, I'm not. No. Can the attorney come in at another time?
Sure. The thing is, though, that, like, I mean,
Yes.
say that if you want to talk, if you want to tell us what happened, okay, then have your attorney here.
Am I
Let's
free
do
to
it
go?
now. Yes.
Yes. Well, okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Yes. No, that's okay. I think I did.
Zeus.
See if you can reach your hand through and hold your hand while she wants.
Okay, I think they said I could go. Yeah. Okay, will do. All right, bye.
If they want to come in now, okay, and be with you while you tell us what happened, I say fine. But come on now, let's do it, man.
I'm not going to go any further. I did not do this.
And you did. And we know it, okay? So, come on, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
So am I allowed to go?
If you wish to leave, absolutely, man. I thought you said you'd stay here all night long and listen to us. The door is right there, okay, but if you want to listen to us, I mean, I know you want to do the right thing. I know you do, man.
Let me ask you this. Am I allowed to walk out that door right now?
Absolutely.
Okay, and I prefer to walk.
And you're out of here?
Okay. Anything else I need to take?
No, we can't give you some of the other stuff yet.
All right. Well, you said at one time, I hope one day that we'll be able to sit down and have a drink together. And I
hope so, but it's not looking good right now.
Well, I know. I mean, I'm doing, but
Aus Sicht der Ermittler stand Sandy weiterhin im Zentrum des Ganzen, ihre stärkste Spur, selbst wenn sie es nicht eindeutig beweisen konnten. Da der Fall feststeckte und es keine klaren Beweise gab, um weiterzukommen, wandten sie sich jemandem zu, der näher dran war. Lauren, die Tochter von Leslie und Sandy, wurde hinzugezogen, sowohl um herauszufinden, was sie wusste, als auch um zu verstehen, wie sie selbst die Ereignisse einordnete. Doch statt Klarheit brachte ihre Aussage nur noch mehr Unsicherheit und warf zusätzliche Fragen darüber auf, wohin dieser Fall eigentlich führte.
I don't know. Your dad, we felt like talking with your dad, he just seemed, he was obviously just traumatized by this. Mm-hmm. But he also just seemed like he was just holding back.
Really?
And not coming forward. I mean, it was just...
But isn't that, I'm not, I'm not.
You can be the devil's advocate. I understand. You're his daughter.
No, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm saying at this point, nothing was surprised. Not nothing was surprising, but I'm at that point where, if my father did it, then I'm ready to deal with that, and that's okay. Not okay, but I'm ready to deal with that. But I'm saying, isn't it like really, and these are just general questions I have to do just regarding my father, could be somebody I know or whatever. Just regarding my situation, isn't it really hard for somebody to work through or fake and not crack under the kind of pressure that two detectives put them on?
It is. It takes a lot of self-discipline.
Yeah.
A lot of intelligence. Generally, people who are, I think, less intelligent don't do as well under interrogation. your father's certainly not unintelligent, and he's, is one, I think he's got a substantial amount of self-discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Historically he's gotten angry and yelled and so forth, but there haven't been any knockdown drag-outs that we know of between the mother and your dad. And certainly what you've told us, what some of her friends have told us, what Sandy has told us,
mm-hmm.
she certainly put him on the edge a number of times where a lot of people would just and just swing out in anger, but he does have that, and generally, so his response when we talked to him at one time, we felt like it just looked like he wanted to say something, but it was almost like he just shut everything down and pulled back and just said, no, I'm just going to. And he has just basically maintained that despite the things that we, told him.
What thoughts do you have as far as what happened?
I'm perplexed. I honestly, truly, to God, of course I'm not stupid, I'm 24, I've not, I've heard stories like we were talking about, that people can just snap, and then the time frame, the situation, the house, so those kind of things don't make me think, don't put me at ease of saying, I know for a fact my dad's innocent. Not because, I think he did it, but because no matter who it was, if it was like my friend's boyfriend, do you know what I mean? The relationship, I put my dad and my relationship aside, and I look at just the situation, saying that person isn't 100% innocent. And then there's the other side that couldn't be, or whatever, Okay. And then the other side is it's my father, and I've seen him, my whole entire life. I've seen him interact with my mom, I've seen him deal with her, it was nothing new. And my dad was never a violent person, ever. He was still learning to like our animals, and he always took care of my stupid fish, and never flushed into the toilet, he buried the hamsters in the backyard, made it grave for them. He had such a warm heart, and so many, he wasn't, even though when I was younger, he did have a yelling streak, and that's because he was just so overworked. And he didn't do that my whole entire junior high school. He never, ever physically harmed an animal. He never hit me. He never hit my mom, ever. At her worst. Seriously. And she put him in the worst positions, and it's hard for me to just imagine him first of all, kill her by the front door, which doesn't make any sense. Second of all, just snap that one night. He's not that type of person. He's never done anything like before. He would usually just be fuck off or whatever, and I'm leaving, and he would get in the car and go. Stay at a house, he wouldn't, my mother never could get my dad to the point to where he was so mad, he wanted to, physically touch her. Ever.
I have been in police situations where I've lost my temper with people. Mm-hmm. And just literally wanted to pound them to death.
Right.
And I was able to, I had people around, I was able to control myself. But we all get in positions in our lifetime, and you will. You're 24 years of age now. There will come times in your life, especially if you have children. That's a jumping ball, and I can both speak of that. There are times when your kids get you so angry that you just want to grab them.
Right.
And you have the self-control, pull back, and move away. That's why we get so many child abuses and so many kids beaten, and because people snap. And I spent some years in youth division before I came to homicide. And I talked to parents who were just like me, middle class, college educated, good people. They just smacked their kid clear across the room. Right. Just lost it for that many seconds. And if they could take it back, they would take it back. But they couldn't. It didn't mean that they were terrible parents, that they were bad. They reached a point where at one point in their time, they just lost control. Right. And they got it right back, but it was too late.
Right.
And that's what I think, if your dad, and I'm saying if, your dad was responsible, that's what happened here. Your dad was a strong man, capable of putting up with a lot of bullshit. Obviously, his job was all over him. He was having difficulties with Leslie and I'm drinking and it was concerning him. He told that to us, that he was just at his end with her. Didn't know what to do, didn't know whether to get her committed or what. You know, he was had a lot of weight on his shoulders.
If he committed this murder, at some point, I could not relate, but I could understand how he got pushed to that point.
Did you forgive him?
Of course. No matter what. What's the word? I just slipped in my head. The word, it's unconditional love is my father, no matter what.
Exactly.
In Wirklichkeit basierte der Fall gegen Sandy auf Verdacht, nicht auf Beweisen. Tatsächlich deutete das einzige physische Beweismaterial, das die Ermittler hatten, sogar von ihm weg. Die DNA, die unter Leslies Fingernägeln gefunden wurde, wurde mit Sandy abgeglichen. Und sie stimmte nicht überein. Die Ermittler erweiterten die Suche, testeten Kollegen, Freunde, Familienmitglieder, doch immer noch nichts. Das Profil blieb unbekannt. Und ohne Antworten kühlte der Fall langsam ab. Über Jahre hinweg blieb der Verdacht in der Öffentlichkeit bestehen. Sandy zog seine Tochter weiterhin unter diesem Schatten groß, obwohl es keinen Beweis gab, der ihn mit dem Verbrechen in Verbindung brachte. Dann, mehr als 2 Jahrzehnte später, änderte sich alles. Aber bevor wir in diese schockierende Wendung eintauchen, stellt sicher, dass ihr den Kanal abonniert, denn ihr wollt kein einziges Detail verpassen, wie dieser Cold Case schließlich aufgeklärt wurde. Die Ermittler schickten die unbekannte DNA für eine fortgeschrittene genetische Genealogieanalyse ein und verglichen sie mit öffentlich zugänglichen Stammbäumen. Was zurückkam, war kein Name, aber es war eine Richtung. Die DNA führte zu einer bestimmten Familienlinie, Gligor, und dieser Name kam ihnen bekannt vor. Jahre zuvor hatte Lauren einen Jungen namens Eugene Gligor gedatet. Jemand, der schon einmal in ihrem Haus gewesen war. Jemand, der Leslie kannte. Als die Ermittler tiefer gruben, warf seine Vergangenheit Fragen auf. Kleinere Straftaten, Drogenkonsum, frühere Begegnungen mit der Polizei. Nichts, was für sich allein Schuld bewies. Aber genug, um genauer hinzusehen. Anstatt ihn direkt zu konfrontieren, warteten die Ermittler. Irgendwann bot sich ihnen die Gelegenheit. Nachdem Eugene eine Wasserflasche weggeworfen hatte, holten die Ermittler sie unauffällig aus dem Müll und schickten sie zur Analyse ein. Dieses Mal waren die Ergebnisse eindeutig. Die DNA stimmte überein. Nach mehr als 20 Jahren voller Ungewissheit hatten die Ermittler endlich ihre Antwort. Am 18. Juni 2024 wurde Eugene wegen des Mordes an Leslie Prior verhaftet und damit fand ein Fall ein Ende, der eine Familie über 2 Jahrzehnte lang verfolgt hatte.
We'll adjust it. Hold on. They're not made for comfort, but we'll make it.
I get it.
Yeah, we'll make it. We'll ease it up on it. Yeah, no problem. I ain't got nothing personal wrong with you.
Yeah.
Do you go to the office, or what do you do?
No, I work from home.
Okay. What were you doing out here? Just chilling out in the fresh air?
Just having some coffee.
Okay. So you didn't know anything about this warrant? Okay. Our boss will tell you everything about it. It's nothing big.
I'm gonna take him. Hold his arm. I'm gonna twist his arm straight. Move your arm back.
This here by coincidence, I think, for seeing that. Like the cruiser?
Yeah.
It was, yeah, it's just weird coincidence.
Well, he had some.
Yeah. Have you ever?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Watch out, man. Turn around. Thank you.
Yeah. You got any tattoos on there? Yes.
Where that?
I have. You got it?
You're 40. How old? 24. He's more like a couple years older than you. You look a lot younger than me. This job kills you.
Stressful life.
Yeah, this stupid job.
What's that?
No reason why.
Yeah, we knew each other.
Die Polizei brachte Eugene zu einer Befragung in eine Dienststelle, nicht weit entfernt von dem Ort, an dem er zuletzt gelebt hatte. Zu diesem Zeitpunkt sah sein Leben ganz anders aus als die Vergangenheit, die die Ermittler gerade aufdeckten. Er arbeitete im Immobilienbereich, war verheiratet gewesen und lebte in einem scheinbar ruhigen, geregelten Alltag. Doch während sein Leben weitergegangen war, war es das der Familie Preer nicht. Über 2 Jahrzehnte hinweg lebten sie in einem Zustand der Ungewissheit, trauernd, wartend und auf Antworten hoffend, die nie kamen. Jetzt, endlich, waren diese Antworten zum Greifen nah.
Hi, Eugene.
Hello.
Okay. And I'll be able to, if we need a break or something, let you know. Okay. Thank you. I am Detective Costin. This is Detective DeCoy from Montgomery County.
Okay.
I'm sure you're wondering what this is all about.
I'd really like to know. This has been really hard, whatever's happening.
Well, we're going to get through all of that with you. We just have to do some paperwork real quick. Yep. Before we can talk to you about anything, we have to read you your rights. Okay. So now that that's out of the way, we are from Montgomery County. We actually work in the cold case unit. We investigate crimes that have been unsolved for quite a period of time. We investigate homicides and rapes. So we were working on a case that came from Chevy Chase. And when we were going through the case file, your name was in there as someone that was related to the family, whether we have a big list of people, but friends, family, something like that. So do you recall back in 2001, Leslie Preer?
Yes, that she was murdered, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that's the case that we are investigating. You went to BCC with her daughter at the time?
Correct.
Is that correct? Okay, and what was your relationship with Lauren, the daughter?
We had dated.
Okay, and when did you guys date? Do you remember years?
Exact dates, I'm not entirely sure.
Were you in high school or was it after high school?
Yeah, it was high school. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe like 1994 to 1997 or something around there.
Okay. And from your dates of birth, I can see you're a little bit younger than Lauren. So was she already graduated from high school, or were you guys both still in high school when you guys were dating?
We were both in high school. She had finished high school. And I believe we had dated for a few months while she was in college, but that was it.
Okay. And so you and Lauren had dated well before her mother was killed. Do you remember, were you still in touch with Lauren when this stuff happened to her mom?
No, we had broken up a couple years before, at least. Maybe longer, I'm not sure. And I believe I reached out just to send my regards and maybe saw her a couple times, and but that was it.
Okay. Do you remember how you found out about it?
I remember I was at work, and I believe she had actually told me that she had come into where I was working at a restaurant, and she had told me that.
And when you were younger, did you ever get in any trouble with the police or anything?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not that I can recall.
Okay. How well did you know Lauren's mom? Like, was there ever any kind of a weird relationship between you two after Lauren?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't in touch, so.
Okay. So you were never like dating Lauren's mom or anything like that behind the scenes?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't ever in touch. That.
Okay.
Im Verhörraum bleibt Eugene ruhig. beantwortet Fragen zu seiner Vergangenheit und zu seiner Verbindung zu Lauren. Doch für die Ermittler ist das keine Routinebefragung. Sie wägen jedes seiner Worte sorgfältig gegen Beweise ab, von denen er nichts weiß. Es geht längst nicht mehr um Möglichkeiten, sondern darum, das zu bestätigen, was sie bereits vermuten.
So the reason that we wanted to talk to you is because a lot of the people whose names are in the case file, they've been interviewed throughout the years and they've been asked to give DNA samples to compare to DNA from the crime scene. And pretty much everybody that's in the list has been talked to, has been eliminated as a suspect. Your name was actually in the file, but they never reached out to you or never spoke to you for some reason. So that's why we wanted to reach out to you and see if you recall anything about the time when Leslie was killed, anything that you remember about your life at the time that could be relevant, any relationships you had with the family or anything like that.
I really don't recall.
Okay. So from the crime scene, we have DNA from the person who was there when Leslie died. So there's Leslie's blood all over the place, obviously, but then there's also another DNA profile that was picked up from the crime scene. And we had put that into CODIS, our database from the National CODIS DNA Index System, and it has never hit. So whoever was there, whoever's DNA was also on the scene, has never been arrested. And that's why we were going through doing all of these elimination DNA samples to find out, okay, well, this person couldn't have done it because we matched their DNA to it. So we realized that they never talked to you, never did anything, and we wanted to find out more about you and if there was any kind of situation where you could have been at the house at that time.
I'm a little confused. So to find out more and talk to me, why not just call me and ask me to come in and talk to me versus have marshals come and arrest me and bring me in? I'm just confused as to why that's the case.
Well, because we needed to talk to you in a controlled environment and because there's a little bit more to it than what we've told you so far.
Could you tell me?
Well, we're getting there. I'm trying to give you an opportunity to be a little bit forthcoming before we...
I mean, I feel a little bit trapped here,
Well, you're under arrest, so you should feel trapped.
Right, and so I think, I mean, probably asking for a lawyer is my best course of action at this point.
Okay.
Instead of doing any more discussing or talking about it, it just doesn't seem... I don't understand, so I'd like to have somebody...
Well, that's why we're trying to talk to you about it.
I know.
But we can't...
And there's two of you and one of me, so sure. I feel a little outnumbered, and I probably would need some type of representation if I am under arrest, as you said, which I am.
Yeah.
And so I think that having a lawyer would be the best for me in my interest at this point.
That's totally fine. And we don't have to ask you any more questions, but we are going to just tell you some stuff. Okay? So from the crime scene, the DNA that was taken, we actually have a sample of your DNA, and it was compared to the crime scene DNA, and it matched. So we know that you were there at the time when Leslie died.
But I never gave a sample of DNA.
That's correct. We obtained a sample from a discarded water bottle that you drank out of. So you were followed, and we collected it after you discarded it into the trash, and it was swabbed, and it was compared. So your DNA matches the crime scene DNA.
Die Art und Weise, wie die Polizei beschreibt, wie sie an diese Flasche gekommen ist, lässt es einfach wirken. Aber das war es nicht. In Wirklichkeit brauchte es Planung, Timing und eine gute Portion Strategie. Kurz vor seiner Verhaftung war Eugene nach London gereist. Als er wieder in den Staaten landete, wurde er unauffällig für eine zufällige Sicherheitskontrolle am Flughafen herausgezogen. Nichts, was auf den ersten Blick ungewöhnlich wirkte. Während er befragt wurde, hielten die Beamten die Situation locker, boten ihm sogar eine Flasche Wasser an. Eugene trank daraus, warf sie weg und ging weiter, völlig ahnungslos. Doch die Ermittler griffen ein und sicherten die Flasche. Und genau in diesem Moment hatten sie, was sie brauchten.
I don't know what to say. I have no recollection. I have no memory. I have no I don't know what to say.
Okay, well, that's why we wanted to talk to you, to find out if there's any other explanation. But we can't ask you any more questions if you want a lawyer present.
Yeah, I think I should have a lawyer present. I just don't know what to do or say. It doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Do you have a lawyer that you...
No.
Okay.
I don't have to call. I don't know. I probably would call my girlfriend and ask her to help funds. I don't know.
You know, we wanted to try to see if there was another angle or another side to this story. And, you know, we know
why would
that...
my DNA be there?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
So, I don't know. I don't know, you know. I mean, I was in the house, but it was years before, you know, when I dated her.
Correct.
I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. This is all very bewildering, very strange. Okay, is there more that you're going to tell me? Is there more?
I mean, we've told you plenty. We can't continue to ask you questions.
If you want to keep talking, we can. But if you want to stop, you have to let us know for sure.
Yeah.
We can tell you more about, you know, what we think happened.
I mean, what you think happened, I don't know. I can't verify. I don't know. I don't recall. I don't have any memory. I didn't do anything that you're talking about, so I don't know. And I don't feel like I can... I don't know how to answer and go into... I don't want to incriminate myself with questions. You guys are professionals. I'm not. I don't know. I really do think I need an attorney. I need to use the phone, and I need to call someone, and I need legal representation before I respond to anything else.
Okay, that's fine. We're not going to ask you any more questions. There's no tears coming out of your face.
I'm very dry right now.
You're dry?
I'm very dry. I'm parched,
like,
dehydrated. You can probably see my eyes are bloodshot red because I'm just tired and drained. I don't know what's going on. You want me to drink water so I can tear? Like, what
I don't
the fuck
want
is
you to
wrong
tear.
with you?
I don't want you to tear. I just don't
What
want
are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to say that this seems a little put on.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Oh my God, you're so full of it. You're after. This is the police. This is, yes, like it makes sense. You know, it's in your eyes, it's guilty until proven innocent. I get it.
Well, I mean, your DNA was in the crime scene.
Das DNA-Ergebnis hat den Fall nicht nur gelöst. Es hat Lauren regelrecht erschüttert. Etwa ein Jahr vor der Verhaftung war sie Eugene tatsächlich zufällig begegnet. Sie unterhielten sich wie alte Freunde, holten Erinnerungen nach, tauschten ein paar Lächeln aus. Und zu keinem Zeitpunkt hatte sie den Verdacht, dass der Mann vor ihr ihrer Mutter vor Jahrzehnten das Leben genommen hatte. Ganz im Gegenteil. Sie war fast ein bisschen stolz. In seiner Jugend hatte Eugene mit Problemen zu kämpfen gehabt. Drogenkonsum, kleinere Straftaten, ständige Konflikte mit dem Gesetz. Es gab sogar eine Zeit, in der sein Name im Zusammenhang mit einem anderen Gewaltverbrechen auftauchte. Doch als Lauren ihn 2022 wiedersah, wirkte er anders. Sauber, gefasst. Jemand, der sein Leben in den Griff bekommen hatte und endlich etwas aufbaute. Das war die Version von ihm, an die sie sich erinnerte. Nicht die, die die Ermittler gerade aufgedeckt hatten. Denn nach all den Jahren hatte ihn seine Vergangenheit schließlich eingeholt.
There's due process, right? Sure. Due process. So you're saying I'm guilty before I've even been put into a court of law?
I'm saying that there's probable cause to believe that you were there when
I think what you were saying was the contrary to that. So okay, but I don't remember. I don't know.
So what we're trying to figure out is how your blood was at the scene that day.
if there's an alternate explanation, that's why we wanted to talk to you today, okay? So I feel like you just need to take a breath for a second, okay? That's what we're trying to figure out. Why is your blood there?
Could it have been, you know, an interrupted burglary? Did something happen where you didn't expect anybody to be home?
I have no idea. I don't remember. I don't recall. Again, you're asking me questions that I don't know.
I'm not
and
asking
I
you a
asked
question.
you did. You just asked me a question, and I asked for legal representation, and you guys are very smug looking at me like I've done something, and of course it's innocent until proven guilty, right? Am I wrong or am I right?
You are entitled to your due process, absolutely.
This is insane. This is insane. I really don't know what else to say other than please allow me to, you read it to me, right? That I am allowed legal representation.
Absolutely.
This would be the best thing for me to do right now.
We
I
are
don't
not going to ask
understand.
any more questions.
Nope.
You said you wanted to know more, so we were telling you more.
I'm sorry. I'm really on edge and
I can see.
upset. And yeah.
Okay. You would like legal representation? That is absolutely your right. We will not ask you any more questions, all right?
And how do I go about doing this?
We're done talking to you. They're going to walk you back over to processing, and once they are done, I don't know if they've done fingerprints and all that stuff with you yet. Once they're done with all that, and you meet with, I think in DC, you're going to still meet with a commissioner and be charged with this paperwork for this, or be served with it, and then you'll have an opportunity to make whatever phone calls you need to make.
Okay. I'm really confused, and I'm really at a loss, and I don't know, I don't have any recollection of being involved with any of this.
You keep saying you don't remember and you don't have any recollection.
Well,
but if somebody was not involved, it would be an adamant, I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I definitely didn't do it. Like, this is absolutely, you know, I've been an alcoholic in recovery for years now. I've been sober for years. And there are many, many times in which earlier life wasn't great. You know, abusive father, issues that, you know, but at the same time, this isn't something that I know I didn't do it. I know I wasn't involved. And I just don't understand how this has come to this. I really wish I knew. And I really wish I could give you some answers and give you more feedback from an honest perspective, because I just don't know. I don't know either.
That's why we wanted to talk to you. I don't know why your blood is there also. I don't know.
Wow.
The only person that knows is Leslie, and she can't tell us.
Wow. Can't believe it. Do I get to make phone call?
Yeah, we're all done. Do you have any other questions for us?
I don't know. If something comes up, I'm fucking flabbergasted. I don't know what to say or what to do or what to think right now.
Okay. After you talk to your attorney, if you want to talk to us again, my name and information is on the paperwork that you're going to get. You can have your attorney reach out to Montgomery County. He'll be able to figure out, or he or she, whoever, will be able to figure out how to get in touch with us. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Am Ende hat Eugene nie erklärt, was an diesem Tag passiert ist. Selbst während der Verhöre behauptete er, sich nicht an den Mord erinnern zu können. Die Ermittler entwickelten jedoch ihre eigene Theorie. Sie glauben, dass er möglicherweise ins Haus eingedrungen ist, um zu stehlen. In dem Wissen aus seiner früheren Beziehung mit Lauren, dass die Hintertür oft unverschlossen war. Doch etwas lief schief. Leslie stand plötzlich vor ihm. Und in diesem Moment eskalierte die Situation tödlich. Was genau in diesen letzten Momenten passiert ist, hat Eugene nie preisgegeben und wird es wahrscheinlich auch nie tun. Schließlich akzeptierte er einen Deal und erhielt eine 22-jährige Haftstrafe für den Mord an Leslie. Für Lauren brachte die Wahrheit ein Gefühlschaos mit sich. Schock, Trauer, aber auch eine gewisse Form von Abschluss nach Jahrzehnten der Ungewissheit. Tragischerweise bekam ihr Vater diesen Abschluss nie. Nach Jahren unter Verdacht verstarb er 2017, ohne jemals zu erfahren, wer wirklich verantwortlich war. Menschen aus seinem Umfeld sagen, dass er sich vom Verlust von Leslie nie erholt hat. Und Fälle wie dieser, die bleiben bei einem. Denn selbst wenn am Ende Gerechtigkeit hergestellt wird, löscht das nicht die verlorenen Jahre, die Zweifel, den Schmerz, die unbeantworteten Fragen. Was glaubt ihr, was an diesem Tag wirklich in diesem Haus passiert ist? Schreibt eure Gedanken in die Kommentare. Und wenn ihr mehr Geschichten wie diese wollt, vergesst nicht zu abonnieren. Wir sehen uns im nächsten Video.